When I step into that arena, I am unstoppable. I will destroy the competition. It's not even a fair fight. That is what an elite level competitor that I worked with would growl to himself before walking into the arena for a career defining moment. Now, I hesitated to share that with you because on the surface it sounds arrogant, it sounds cocky, it sounds delusional even. But here's what most people don't get. This isn't ego. This is the champion's mindset. And it's one of the key differences between those who achieve at the highest levels and those who merely dream about it. Let me show you what's really happening here. This athlete didn't wake up one day thinking that he was God. He built that belief through years of work when nobody was watching, through pain that would break most people, through relentless reps, ruthless focus, and crystal clear visualization. So no, he wasn't being arrogant. He was flipping the internal switch to win. And let me ask you, have you ever had a moment like that where you felt untouchable, locked in, unstoppable, maybe during a big presentation, or closing the deal that nobody thought you'd land, or making the call that changed everything? Ultra successful people don't wait for those moments. They engineer them. And after decades of working with world-class athletes, billion-dollar founders, and top operators, I've identified 5 mindsets that they share. The ones that create consistent, undeniable performance. And no, it's not just work hard and believe in yourself. Spare me. So let's dive in. You ready? Mindset number 1, inevitable success. The ultra successful don't just hope that they'll succeed. They see their success as a foregone conclusion. I remember sitting with Reed Hastings, the co-founder of Netflix, back when they were still shipping DVDs in red envelopes. He said, I had no idea how we'd beat Blockbuster, but I knew that they were already dead. They just didn't know it yet. That's not arrogance, that's conviction, backed by obsession. He wasn't guessing, he'd already outworked the future before anybody else saw it coming. Mindset number 2, productive delusion. This one might surprise you. The ultra successful maintain what I call a productive delusion. They deliberately see themselves as better than they currently are, but not to feed their ego, to pull themselves up to that self-image. Michael Phelps' coach, Bob Bauman, revealed Michael would visualize himself not just winning, but breaking world records, records that seemed impossible at the time, end quote. Those delusional expectations became the standard that he trained himself to meet. Is it delusional? Maybe, but it is deliberate because that impossible vision pulls them harder than current reality ever could. Mindset number 3, competition with your previous self. Most people obsess over their competition. The ultra successful don't even care about their competition. Jeff Bezos said it best. He said, I don't think about competitors. I focus on improving so much that they can't keep up. I once asked Roger Federer who his biggest rival was, expecting him to say Nadal or Djokovic. He said, the Roger from yesterday. That's it. Outperform who you were yesterday. Repeat that until you're legendary. Mindset number 4, selective amnesia. The ultra successful have mastered something fascinating. They remember victories just long enough to build confidence and remember failures just long enough to extract lessons. And then they deliberately forget both. Tom Brady, 7-time Super Bowl champion, explained when he was still playing, I don't think about the last game we won, and I don't think about the last game we lost. I think about the next game, and that's all that matters. A hedge fund client of mine lost $30 million on Monday and then made $50 million on Tuesday. How? A mental reset. Every night. Learn, erase, reload. Hanging on to wins makes you lazy. Hanging on to losses makes you scared. Let go of both. Mindset number 5, pressure as privilege. Most people avoid pressure. The ultra successful chase it. Why? Because pressure means you're in the room where it matters. Billie Jean King said, pressure is a privilege and it only comes to those who earn it. A Navy SEAL commander that I worked with put it this way, I don't handle pressure, I seek it out. I trained for years to earn the right to be in high pressure situations. When others feel pressure, I feel purpose. Pressure isn't a problem, it's a signal that you've arrived. Now look, these mindsets, they're not just for pro athletes or billionaire weirdos in Patagonia vests. They work for you too. I've watched parents use them to rebuild families. Entrepreneurs use them to save dying businesses. Executives use them to go from plateaued to unstoppable. You don't need better genes. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need the guts to think different on purpose. So, grab your Darren Daily Journal and answer these questions. Which of these 5 mindsets would most transform where I am right now? Where today can I apply it immediately? Because the ultra successful, they're not born this way. They built it brick by brick, belief by belief. So, now it's your turn. Drop in the comments, which mindset are you claiming today? Number 1, inevitable success. Number 2, productive delusion. Number 3, compete with your previous self. Number 4, selective amnesia. And number 5, pressure as a privilege. And let the transformation begin starting right now.